Hello? Is there any disturbance in the audio or video? Please unmute your mic and tell me. Otherwise, I start the class. Okay. Good morning to all of you. So I have explained what is a linear programming problem, what is optimal solution, etc., etc. So now I start with graphical method, that is basic method to solve a linear programming problem. The steps involved in this method are, just 1 minute. Right. So graphical method or corner point method. The steps involved in this method are: graphical method is used to solve a linear programming problem involving two variables only. So this is the limitation of this method. This method is not a general method. It is applicable to solve the LPP involving only two variables. First, we represent inequalities on a graph. For that, we consider inequalities as equalities and represent on XY plane. Then apply the inequality conditions. We draw regions and find common region, that is called as feasible solution region. So draw the feasible solution region. Then observe the extreme points or corner points of feasible solution region. At those points, evaluate the objective function value at each extreme point of the feasible region. At least one of the extreme points of the feasible solution region of a LPP gives an optimal solution to the LPP. So this is based on, already I have discussed in the previous class, the relation between basic feasible solution and extreme point of feasible solution region. Okay, so they are equal. That is, every basic feasible solution is an extreme point of feasible solution region and vice versa. That is, every extreme point of feasible solution region is a basic feasible solution. So we evaluate the objective function value at extreme points of feasible solution region. So we consider the largest value in case of maximization, and we consider the smallest value in case of minimization problem. Okay, right. So consider the example. In the first class, I have discussed the real problem, that is chairs and tables problem. I have formulated that problem. So consider that problem. So max z equal. So simultaneously follow, write the notes. So max z equal 450x1 plus 800x2 subject to 5x1 plus 20x2 less than or equal 400. Next, 10x1 plus 15x2 less than or equal 450, and x1, x2 greater than or equal 0. So this is mathematical formulation of that example, that is chairs and tables problem. Already I have discussed how to formulate this one in the first class. Okay, right. So I have to solve this problem using graphical method. So this problem involves only two variables. So we can apply graphical method to solve this problem. So first step is we represent inequalities on xy plane, that is on a graph. For that, we consider inequalities as equalities and represent on xy plane. Okay. So first to consider first equality, 5x1 plus 20x2 equal 400. So consider first equation, 5x1 plus 20x2 equal 400. Let be 1. This is linear equation in two variables. So this represents a straight line. How do we draw a straight line? We require minimum 2 points to draw a straight line. How do we find those 2 points? We find intercept points on coordinate axis. Okay. How do you find intercept points? First to take x1 0, find x2, and then take x2 0 and find x1. So take this small table, x1, x2. First take x1 0, substitute here x1 0. So this is 0. So 20 x2 equal 400. So x2 equal 400 by 20. That is 20. So this is 1.0 comma 20. That is on y-intercept. This is a point on y-axis. This is y-intercept of this straight line. Okay. Next, how do you find x-intercept? On x-axis, y component is 0. So that is x2 0. Take x2 0. Take x2 0. Substitute here x2 0. So 5x1 equal 400. So x1 equal 400 by 5. That is 80. Okay. So this is x-intercept. That is 80 comma 0. This is 1.0 comma 20. This is another point 80 comma 0. Okay. Okay. So by joining these 2 points, we get this straight line. Okay. Right. Next, consider the second inequality as equality. That is, second inequality is 10x1 plus 15x2 equal 450. Consider 10x1 plus 15x2 equal 450. Let the second equation. Similarly, find intercept points for this line. Take small table, x1, x2. First, take x1 0. Substitute here. 15 x2 equal 450. x2 equal 450 by 15. That is 30. So x2 is 30. This is 1.0 comma 30. Next, to find x-intercept, take x2 0. Substitute x2 0 here. 10x1 equal 450. x1 equal 450 by 10. That is 45. So this is another point, 45 comma 0. Okay. So we have to draw these 2 lines. Okay. So we have to draw rough graph. So first to take x-axis. This is x-axis and y-axis. So use scale and pencil to get accurate graph. Okay. So now we have to take scale. Observe these 2 tables. What is x1 range? 0 to 80. So 0 to 80. Maximum range is 0 to 80. x1 range. x2 range 0 to 30. Okay. So only positive range. There are no negative values. Okay. So we consider the first coordinate only. First take on y-axis 1 centimeter equal. You can take maximum range is 30. So 5 units. 1 centimeter equal 5 units. Okay. So identify these points with equal distance. So take 1 centimeter equidistance and point out the points. Okay. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So with the scale, point these points with equidistance, that is 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, to get accuracy. So on y-axis, scale is 1 centimeter equal 5 units. On x-axis, the range is 0 to 80. Take 1 centimeter equal to 10 units. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay. So 1 centimeter equal 10 units on x-axis. Okay. Put these points at equidistance, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. So we get accurate graph. Okay. So if you have any doubt, so you can unmute your mic and ask the doubt immediately. Okay. Okay, right. So draw first line. First to identify this point, x10, x220. So I take x1 on x-axis, x2 on y-axis. Okay, x1 on x-axis, x2 on y-axis. So first point 0, 20. So x10, x2, 20. That is on y-axis. This is the point. This is 20, 0, 20. So this is the point. Okay, this is 0, 20. First point. Next, second point, 80, 0. x1 80, x2 0. This is on x-axis. This is the point, 80, 0. This is the point. This is 80, 0. Okay. So join these 2 points with the scale to get the line. Okay. This is the first line. Write it as here 1. This is first line. Okay. Right. So this is straight line. That is, it gives the points satisfying this equation. Okay. Right. But actually our constraint is less than or equal type constraint. Our first constraint is less than or equal type. So here we draw only equality points. We have to identify the points satisfying inequality. Okay. So how do you identify that? So observe, this line divides the plane into 2 parts. So this is one part, this is another part. Okay. So in this part, origin lies. That means this is towards origin. This is towards origin. And this is away from the origin. This is away from the origin. Okay. Now we have to identify that inequality region. How do I identify? Just substitute origin in the inequality, verify that. Whether the origin satisfy the inequality, the region lies towards origin. That means this side. Otherwise, the region lies away from the origin. Okay. So first constraint is less than or equal type. So substitute origin in that inequality left side. So x10, x20, that is 0 plus 0, 0. So clearly 0 less than 400. That means origin satisfy the inequality. Okay. So for the first constraint, the region is towards origin. That is this side, this side, this side. So this is the region for first constraint. Since origin satisfy the inequality, so the region lies towards origin. That is this side. That means all these points satisfy first constraint, that is first inequality. Okay. So this is the reason for first inequality. Okay, right. Next, we have to draw second line, same in similar pattern. First point x10, x230. This lies on y-axis. So x230, x10. This is this point. This is the point 0, 30. Next second point 45, 0. x1 45, x2 0. That is on x-axis. This is 40, 50. In between we have 45. This is 45, 0. Okay. So join these 2 points with scale. So this is the second line. right here, second line, this is the second line. So, right, now identify the region. Second constraint is also less than or equal type. Substitute origin in the inequality. So x1 0, x2 0, that is 0 plus 0, 0. Clearly 0 less than 450. Origin satisfy the inequality. So for this, the region lies towards origin, that is this side, this side. This is the region for second constraint. Okay. So these are two constraints, that is two regions. Now we have to identify the common region. So what is the solution? Solution is set of values of decision variables satisfying all constraints. Okay. So we have to identify the points which are satisfying both the constraints. That means we have to identify the common region for these two regions. So identify the common region. This is for this side, for this side. So common region is this one and this one. Okay. And since there are non-negativity restrictions, that is x1, x2 greater than or equal 0, that means the feasible region lies in first quadrant only. That is, we have to consider only positive values. Since x1, x2 greater than or equal 0, the feasible solution region lies in first quadrant only. Okay. So the region is this part and this part and this part. Okay. This is the common region for both regions. So this is the feasible solution region. This is, since x1, x2 greater than or equal 0, the region lies in first quadrant only. You have to common region in, you have to consider the common region in first quadrant only. Okay. So this is feasible solution region. Okay. So shade this region. This is feasible solution region, and which is bounded, since it can be inscribed in a circle of finite radius. Okay. So this feasible solution region is bounded. Bounded means it can be inscribed in a circle of finite radius. Okay, right. So now identify the corner points or extreme points. So extreme point means it does not lie on a line segment joining any other 2 points. That means, in other words, it is an intersection of 2 boundaries. Okay. So observe, this is one boundary and this is one boundary. So intersection of these two is this. So this is one extreme point. This is also intersection of 2 boundaries. This is one intersection point. And this is intersection of 2 boundaries, this one and this one. So this is one extreme point. This is also another extreme point, intersection of 2 boundaries, this boundary and this boundary. Okay. So the extreme points are this point O, this point A, and this point B, and this point C. So O, A, B, C. These 4 are extreme points to this feasible solution region. Okay. So identify these points. This is O, this point is A, this point is B, and this point is C. Okay. Right. So the feasible region is shaded area OABC. This is OABC, which is bounded. Bounded means it can be inscribed in a circle of finite radius. Okay, right? The feasible region is shaded area OABC, which is bounded. Okay, right. Now identify the coordinates of these extreme points. So clearly from the graph we can write C coordinates. C is this point, that is 0, 20. O is origin, 0, 0. A is this point, this is 15, 0. How do you identify the coordinates of B? Since it is a rough graph, we cannot able to write the coordinates of B from the graph. Okay. So these are approximate values. How do you find the coordinates of B? Observe, B is intersection of this line and this line. That is intersection of 1 and 2. So the extreme point, right? The extreme points are O, A, B, and C. Okay, right. Next, B is intersection of 1 and 2. B is intersection of these two lines, that is 1 and 2. Solve 1 and 2 for B. We have to solve these two equations to get coordinates of the point B. Solve 1 and 2 for B. How do you solve first two equations? Okay, so eliminate one variable. Observe x1 coefficient is here 5, x1 coefficient is here 10. So multiply first equation by 2. So 1 into 2 implies multiply first equation by 2. 2 5s 10x1 plus 40x2 equal 800. Multiply first constraint by 2. The second constraint we have 10x1. You need not multiply second constraint. So take second equation as it is, 10x1 plus 15x2 equal 450. Okay, solve these two, 10x1, 10x1. So subtract, 10x1 gets cancelled. 40x2 minus 15x2, that is 35x2 equal 800 minus 450. So 350. From this x2 equal 350 by 25, that is 40. So x2 equal 40. Okay, right. To find x1, substitute in 1. Substitute in 1. Substitute x2 equal 14 in 1. So 5x1 plus 20 into 14, that is 280 equal 400. Okay, 5x1 plus 20 into x2 14, that is 280 equal 400. From this, 5x1 equal 400 minus 280, that is 120, x1 equal 24. x1 equal 24. Okay. So therefore, the point B is x1 24 comma x2 40. So B equal 24 comma 40. So this is 24 comma 40. So from the graph, we can easily write the coordinates of O, A, and C. Okay. So we get 4 extreme points to this feasible solution region. So next point is evaluate objective function value at these extreme points. Evaluate objective function value at these extreme points. Write the small table. First column extreme point, second column objective function. Z equal 450x1 plus 800x2. See in the problem objective function value. Max Z equal 450x1 plus 800x2.
Sir,
Uh,
sir, could you tell me once? Which region, the left side region or right side region? How can we decide to take that is the feasible region?
So after drawing the straight line, the line represents two parts.
Yes, sir.
The line divides the plane into two parts. This part and this part.
This part.
One part is towards origin, and another part is away from the origin. Okay. So if origin satisfies the inequality, automatically the region lies towards origin. Okay. If origin satisfies the inequality, then the region lies towards origin. Otherwise, the region lies other side. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So since both are less than or equal type, clearly origin satisfies both constraints.
What, sir?
So for both constraints, the region lies towards origin.
So both are the.
Both constraints are less than or equal type.
Oh, yes, sir.
See the problem. Constraints.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So clearly origin satisfies the inequalities. Substitute left side origin x1 0, x2 0. You get 0. Okay. Hello? Hello? If you
So by
clarify,
substituting origin in the first equation, it is not satisfying, sir.
equation kaadu, not in the equation, in the inequality. In this. You have to substitute the origin in the inequality. 5x1 plus 20x2 less than or equal to 400. Okay.
సార్ వాయిస్ వినబట్లేదు.
నీ వినపడుతుంది నాకు. You substitute origin in the inequality, not in the equation. Hello?
సార్
ఇన్ఈక్వాలిటీలో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయాలి.
ఎస్ సార్.
ఫస్ట్ ఇన్ఈక్వాలిటీ ఏంటి? 5x1 plus 20x2 less than or equal to 400 కదా.
0 లెస్ దాన్ కూడా 400 అవుతుంది.
సాటిస్ఫై అవుతుంది కదా.
ఎస్.
కాబట్టి 2 వర్డ్స్ ఆరిజిన్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే.
ఓకే సార్.
అన్మ్యూట్ చేయి. Okay, right. Now we have to evaluate the objective function value at extreme points. Okay, so take the small table. First column extreme point, second column objective function. That equal 450x1 from 800x2. This is from the problem. Right here extreme points. First extreme point O. Coordinates of O are 0, 0. Second extreme point A. A coordinates are 45, 0. Third extreme point B. B coordinates are 24, 14. Fourth extreme point C. Its coordinates are 0, 20. Okay. So these are 4 extreme points. Evaluate this objective function value at these extreme points. First to substitute 0, 0 here. x1 0, x2 0. So z value 0. Next to substitute 45, 0. x1 45, x2 0 here. 450 into 45. 20,250 plus this is 0. So 20,250. Next to substitute x1 24, x2 14. So 450 into 24 plus 800 into 14. Simplify. You get 22,000. Next, substitute C point. x1 0, x2 20. So 450 into 0, 0 plus 800 into 20. 16,000. Okay. So these are objective function values at extreme points. So by known result, one of the extreme points give optimal solution. Okay, right. So here the feasible region is bounded. Okay, so in this case, only we consider the largest value as maximum value in the case of maximization, value as minimum value in the case of minimization. Okay, so here the objective function is maximization, max z. So we consider the largest value. Among these largest value is 22,000. So this is the largest value. Okay, so we have to consider the largest value in the case of maximization problem. In the case of minimization problem, we have to consider smallest value. Okay. Okay, right. So therefore, the optimal solution exists at the extreme point B. So this is the largest value and the corresponding point is optimal solution. So optimal solution is at the extreme point B and the solution is, what is x1? x1 is 24, x2 is 14. First point x1, so x1 is 24, second point is 14, x2 is 14. And objective function value, max z equal 22,000 rupees. Okay, so this is the optimal solution to that problem, that is chairs and tables problem. So what is the meaning of this solution? x1 is number of chairs, x2 is number of tables. Okay, so number of chairs is 24, number of tables is 40. So if the manufacturing company produce 24 chairs and 14 tables, then the company should get the maximum profit 22,000. Okay, that is the meaning of this solution. Okay, right. So observe about other solutions. First solution 0, 0 and objective function value is 0. That means no chairs, no tables, no profit, no work, no profit. That is the meaning of this one. Okay, right. Second solution A 45, 0. That means x1 45. If the company produce only chairs, that is 45 chairs and no tables, then the profit is 20,250 rupees. So that is the meaning of this one. Okay. And C 0, 20. That means no chairs, only tables, 20 tables. If the company produce only 20 tables, the profit is 16,000 rupees. Okay. So these are the other solutions. So by producing 24 chairs and 14 tables, the company should get maximum profit 22,000 rupees. So this is optimal solution. Okay. So that is the graphical method to solve a linear programming problem. Okay. So remember, this method is not a general method. This is a basic method which is applicable to solve LPP involving two variables only. Okay. Right. So consider another example. Follow the following LPP by graphical method. Write this problem. Minimum Z called 50x1 plus 30x2 subject to 2x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 18, x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 12, 3x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 34, and x1, x2 greater than or equal to 0. So here observe the objective function is min z, that is minimization. So this is minimization problem. Okay, the objective function is minimization, so it is minimization problem. Okay, right. So now what is first step? I have to represent these inequalities on xy plane. For that we consider first equalities. Consider first equality 2x1 plus x2 equal to 18. Find intercept points. Find intercept points. So x1, x2. First take x1 0. Substitute here x1 0. x2 equal to 18. Next take x2 0. 2x1 equal to 18. That is x1 is 9. These are the intercept points for the first line. Next take second line. Consider x1 plus x2 equal to 12. x1 plus x2 equal to 12. Let it be second equation. Find intercept points. Find intercept points. First take x1 0, then x2 12. Next take x2 0. Substitute here x2 0, x1 equal to 12. These are the intercept points for second line. Next take third line. Consider 3x1 plus 2x2 equal to 34. Let it be 3, equation 3. Find intercept points. First take here x1 0, then 2x2 equal 34, x2 equal 17. Next take x2 0, substitute here x2 0, 3x1 equal 34, x1 equal 34 by 3. These are the intercept points for third line. Now draw these three lines. So take x-axis. Take y-axis. So we take x1 on x-axis, x2 on y-axis. So here also observe the range of x1, x2, all are positive values. So we consider only first quadrant. Suppose there are negative values in the range, you have to consider 4 quadrants. Okay, so you have to take these axis in middle. Okay, so according to this range, you have to consider the axis. Okay, right. So what is the scale? Observe x1 range 9, 12. This is 11 point something. Okay, so x1 range is 12. So we can take 1 centimeter equal 2 units. Similarly, x2 range is 0 to 18. Maximum is 18. Okay, so you can take 1 centimeter equal 2 units. This is 1 centimeter equal 2 units. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Since x2 range is 18, take up to 18. Similarly, x1 range 0 to 12. So take 1 centimeter equal 2 units. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12, 14. Okay, right. Draw first line. To draw first line, first point 0, comma 18. This is on y-axis. So 0, comma 18. This is the point 0, comma 18. This is 0, comma 18. Next point 9, comma 0. This is on x-axis. 9, comma 0. 9 is 8 to 10. So in between 8 and 10. This is 9. This point is 9. This is 9, comma 0. Okay. So join these 2 points. Join these 2 points. This is equation 1. This is equation 1. Okay, right. Now we have to draw the region. So what is the first inequality? 2x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 18. So now substitute origin in this inequality. Substitute x1 0, x2 0, 0 plus 0, 0. Is 0 greater than 18? So no. So that means origin is not satisfying the inequality, first inequality. So that means the region is away from the origin. So away from the origin means this side. This is the region for the first constraint. So this is the region for first constraint. Since origin is not satisfying first inequality. Substitute origin in the left side, 0 plus 0. 0 is not greater than 18. So the region is away from the origin. So this is the region. Okay, right, next. Draw the second line. For the second line, first point 0, comma 12. This is on y-axis. This is 0, comma 12. This is the 0, comma 12. Second point 12, comma 0. This is on x-axis. 12, comma 0. This is the point. This is 12, comma 0. Okay. So join these 2 points. Join these 2 points. Okay. So this is second line. This is second line. Right. Now draw the region. Similar. Substitute origin in the inequality. Second inequality. What is second inequality? This one. Substitute origin, that is x1 0, x2 0, 0 plus 0, 0. Is 0 greater than 12? No. So for this inequality, the region is away from the origin. That means this side. This side, away from the origin, this side. Okay. So for first line, away from the origin. For second line also, away from the origin, this side. Okay, right. Now draw the third line. First point, x1 0, x2 17, that is on y-axis. 17 means between 16 and 18. So this is 17, this point is 17. Is 0 comma 17. And second point, 34 by 3 comma 0. 34 by 3 means 11.3. 11.3 means between 10 and 12. Between 10 and 12, middle 11, 11 point, approximately here. See, 11.3 comma 0. That is 34 by 3 comma 0. That is 11.3 comma 0 approximate. Okay. So join these 2 points, this point and this point. Okay. So join these 2 points. So if you use scale and pencil and put the points at equal distances, then only you get accurate graph. Okay, so here the region is narrow region. Okay, without scale you draw, you get confusion whether this line passes in this side or this side or this side. Okay, so it is better to use scale to draw the graph. Okay, so this is third line. This is third line. Now identify the region for the third inequality. So this is third inequality. Substitute here origin in the left side. 3 0 plus 2 0 0. Clearly 0 less than 34. Clearly 0 less than 34. So origin satisfy the third inequality. So for this line, the region lies towards origin, this side, this side, this side. So for this line, region lies towards this side. Right. Now identify the common region for the 3 regions. Okay. So for this line, for second line this side, for first line this side, for third line this side. So the common region is between these. This is this small narrow part. This is the common region. So this is the common region. This is the common region. This is the feasible region. This narrow part. Okay. So this is feasible solution region. Now identify the extreme points. So this is one extreme point. This is intersection of this line and this line. This is one extreme point A. And this is another extreme point. Since intersection of these 2 lines. This is B. And this is another intersection point. This is C. So extreme point means simply intersection of boundaries, intersection of boundary lines. Okay. So we have 3 extreme points, A, B, and C. Okay. Right. So this is feasible solution region. Right. The feasible region is shaded area ABC, which is bounded. So this region is also bounded since it can be inscribed in a circle of finite radius. So it is bounded. Right. The extreme points are A, B, C. The extreme points are A, B, C. Okay. So from the graph, we are not able to write the coordinates of A, B, C. Since it is a rough graph, we cannot write like this. Okay. We have to solve the corresponding intersecting equations. Okay. So first find A. A is intersection of this line, that is second line, and this line, first line. So A is intersection of 1 and 2. This A is intersection of this line, that is first line, and this line, second line. A is intersection of 1 and 2. So solve 1 and 2 for A. So I can make first. Solve 1, 2 equations. Since x2 coefficients are same, take first equation as it is and second equation as it is. Just subtract. X2 gets cancelled. 2x1 minus x1. X1 equal 18 minus 12, 6. X1 equals 6. Substitute in second equation. 6 plus x2 equal 12 plus x2 equal 6. 12 minus 6, 6. The point A is 6 comma 6. Point A is 6 comma 6. Right here 6 comma 6. Okay, right. I skip the other 2 points. So observe the graph. What is B? B is intersection of this line, that is 2, and this yellow line, that is 3. So B is intersection of 2 and 3. So solve 2 and 3 for B. So I skip this. Try yourself. So B is 10 comma 2. Solving second and third equations, you get B is 10 comma 2. Okay. Next, C. C is intersection of these two lines, this yellow line and blue line. Yellow line is third equation, blue line is first equation. So C is intersection of 1 and 3. Solve 1 and 3 for B. Sorry, this is mistake. Solve 1 and 3 for C. This is solve 1 and 3 for C. Okay. So I skip this. So C is 2 comma 14. So you try later. Right. C is 2 comma 14. Leave the gap and do the work. So first take C is 2 comma 14. Okay. Right. So we have 3 extreme points. Next, we have to calculate the objective function value at these extreme points. Take the table, extreme point, first column, second column, objective function from the problem Z equal 50x1 plus 30x2. Right here, extreme points, A 6 comma 6, B 10 comma 2, C 2 comma 14. Evaluate the objective function value at A. Substitute x1 6, x2 6. This is 480. 300 plus 180, 480. Next, at B, substitute x1 10, x2 2. You get 560. So you simplify this. Put x1 equal 10 and x2 equal 2. At C, put x1 equal 2 and x2 equal 14. So these are the objective function values at these extreme points. Okay, right. Now, so what is the objective function nature? What is the nature of the objective function? It is minimization. So in the problem, we have asked minimum Z equal. Okay. So it is minimization problem. We have to consider the smallest values here. So what is smallest value? 480. 480 is smallest value. So we can take this as minimum value. This is optimal solution. So optimal solution is at extreme point A. And the solution is coordinates of A are 6 comma 6. That is x1 equals 6, x2 equals 6. And the objective function value is minimum Z equal 480. The objective function value minimum Z equal 480. So this is optimal solution to this problem. So all of you write your roll numbers in the chat box for the attendance. So I will upload this video in the YouTube channel, Dr. JSRP. You can listen at any time. And also there are another two videos in that channel. You can view for other problems. So all of you write your roll numbers in the chat box for attendance. So whenever you have leisure time, you can go to that channel, Dr. JSRP, and listen the other videos. I have solved another 3 problems, having unbounded solution, having infeasible solution. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can unmute your mic and ask. డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి, మైక్ అన్మ్యూట్ చేసి డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి. Or you can contact on phone for doubts clarification. The phone number is 9290131167. So channel name is DRJSRP. Okay, so you can listen videos on these topics. Okay, right. So next class is again on next Thursday. Okay, so we will meet at 9:30 on Thursday. All are you requested to join the class before 5 minutes at least, so we can avoid that 10 minutes loss. Okay.